What's blazing, everyone? This is Burn the Reality with a 3-tick Barbarian Fishing Guide. I will explain the requirements and then a synopsis of why this method is so good, and then explain how ticks work and tick manipulation and um, all that stuff about ticks. If you're wanting to skip that and skip to the item requirements, if you're using a PC or laptop, just skip ahead. I'll have chapter segments for this whole video so that to make things more user friendly, and you can just skip to whatever part you want. So the requirements, you'll need to go through Barbarian Fishing Barbarian Training up to Barbarian Fishing. You'll speak to Auto. You'll have to go through the Barbarian Fire Making method first, which requires 35 fire making and 11 crafting. And then the actual method requires 48 fishing along with 15 strength and 15 agility. I would not recommend doing this method up until 58 fishing, where you unlock the second fish, the leaping salmon, and 58 fishing as well as 30 strength and 30 agility. This method reaches its full potential at 70 fishing with 45 strength and 45 agility. Why this method is so good is because unless you have a Crystal Harpoon and 71 fishing, three or at least 71 fishing, the 3-tick Barbarian Fishing is the best method up pretty much up until 91 fishing. At 91 fishing, if you have a Dragon or Infernal Harpoon, 2-tick Dragon Harpooning or 2-tick Dragon or Infernal Harpooning is 299 is better than this, but this is pretty much the one of the best, if not the best, fishing methods given the circumstances. Now, as far as the how ticks work, what they are, so every single action in this game cannot start or end until a tick starts or end. So I will turn on my metronome plugin, turn the volume down if it's too loud. So every tick is 0.6 seconds, and that's what that sound is right there. And I will show the prayer plugin. That's what this is. It's just a visual thing that can kind of help out. So I will click on a tile to move on, and then whenever the tick starts at the very left side of this prayer orb, and then you'll see that my character does not actually move until the next tick. Now, 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 now. So you see how my character does not move until the next tick starts? And then I will show this to show that you see how my character is, there's a bit of a delay until my character actually moves. And you'll see this in every single action in this game, including whenever you're withdrawing or depositing things in your bank. As for the item requirements, here in my inventory, you only need one herb, but I recommend bringing one of each of these 4 herbs. Do not bring multiple of the same type of herb. Otherwise, the method will just not work. 4 of these herbs, each of these herbs, when you're starting out, because you'll mess up quite often. Marital is the cheapest, so I'm starting off with this one. And then you'll need swamp tar. Admiral pies are recommended. They're pretty cheap. They increase your fishing level by 5, and you can eat it twice. You also need a pestle and mortar for the herb and swamp tars. Feathers for the bait. Grab a few thousand of them, and then of course the barbarian fishing rod. As for my gear, Wear the angler's outfit or the spear angler's if you do have it. If you don't have it, I recommend getting it. It increases your experience rates with fishing. Um, I have basically the graceful cape and gloves in case you mess up often and you need to go to and from the bank often. Helps with the run energy. Crystal Harpoon or Dragon Harpoon or Infernal Harpoon. The reason why I have this is that I don't always care to go back to the bank to get more Admiral Pies. So I just uh, the special attack for the higher tier harpoons increases your fishing level by 3, and then Light Bearer, if you do have it, um, if you don't, it's no sweat. It decreases the special timer cooldown by half. With that being said, I recommend downloading the Ping Grapher plugin from the plugin hub. That's basically what this thing is here on the top left of my screen. I recommend not going to a world that has more than 100 milliseconds of latency. If you do have if you are in the world and just like that, just hop to a different world until you find one that has 80. I recommend 80 milliseconds or below. This high ping basically prevents you from learning this method. You don't want high ping. As you'll also need another plugin. Well, you don't really need this, but I highly recommend it. Left click dropper, which will be this, and then we're going to go to the custom left click dropper plugin here. Go to settings, type in Leaping Trout, Leaping Sturgeon, and Leaping Salmon. And basically what this does is that whenever you're fishing and you need to empty your inventory of fish, you don't need to shift left click to drop it. You just left click it normally and then it'll just drop. So there's that, and then of course the metronome plugin, which is going off right now. So here is the last thing. We're going to hold the Alt button on our inventory. We're going to left click hold and drag the inventory menu. We're going to zoom in and have a bird's eye view as much as we can. We're going to drag it to where it's right in the middle here. Now for the actual method, we're going to click the fishing spot first for the first tick, the Marinso or whatever herb that you have for the second tick, and then the swamp tar for the third tick. So it'll go like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Whenever a fishing spot moves, go ahead and if you're in the middle of the herb tar, pestle, and mortar animation, go ahead and quickly click anywhere else in the world so that you don't accidentally end up making herb tar and losing an herb that way. As for so this basically tricks the game into thinking that fishing is a 3-tick method instead of a 5 ticks. So that's why this method is so good. And then just going to reiterate again, make sure you don't have multiple of each herb in the inventory, just one of each. Otherwise the method will not work. And then make sure you actually eat your Admiral Pie whenever you start this. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Any questions or concerns, leave them down below. Thank you.